I've also seen the same younger engineers who are specifiers. They may have very little or no buying authority whatsoever. But let's continue with our example of manufacture of components. It is going to be difficult for you to get to the RFQ stage unless your component is designed in by one of these specifiers. You may get the purchase order from somebody in the purchasing department, but that is not likely to happen until the component is specified by a specifier. This is something very unique and different in industrial marketing, where you're dealing with two kinds of buyers. One's a specifier, and the other one is a functional buyer. I don't know how many of you remember these green Thomas registers. I see some hands at the back. They used to be the Bible in industrial sales. You may be marketing in the past tense if you've developed all your buyer personas based on senior engineers and rely on old relationships that your sales has built over time. This point was made very clear to me by one of my clients. He's a manufacturer of leak detection systems and sells primarily to the automotive and the medical device industries. He told me that one of his longtime customers was close to retiring. His customer advised him to reach out to the younger engineers within his company and start building new relationships. His reasoning was these younger engineers may not know about some of the engineering and technical problems that my client had solved for his customers. Without this background information, these younger engineers may go looking for solutions somewhere else. So it is important that your industrial marketing wins the mind share of younger engineers and builds new relationships. Many of today's industrial buyers are in self-select and self-serve mode. They prefer to do their own research and remain anonymous for most of the time. I am sure you've either heard or read that today's buyers complete 60 to 70% of the buying journey before they contact sales. They don't need to or want to talk to your salespeople to get product information. So these informed buyers have made it difficult for your sales team to get meaningful face time to reach key decision makers. That does not mean salespeople are not needed anymore or that they have become obsolete. At least that's not what I see in industrial sales. But it does mean that salespeople have to change their game plan from cold calling to informed calling. That requires a big shift in the mindset from what we have to sell to something that is based on how can we help our customers do what they want done. In the past, marketing owned the message and sales owned the relationship. Today, we need a more blended approach. Neither sales nor marketing can do it all by themselves because the buyer is in charge of a larger portion of the sales process. The adage, buyer beware, has now been turned on its head to seller beware. If you ask any successful salesperson, she or he will tell you that trust is the ultimate currency in sales. But they will also tell you that trust must be earned. And that is exactly what industrial content marketing will do for you. Content that helps you earn trust will help you generate better quality leads and make your salespeople far more productive. When you have earned that trust, it'll help you differentiate your company when there is parity in value propositions. The cost per lead does come down with content marketing, and that is sweet music to your upper management. But, and you knew there was a but coming, content marketing is a process. It is not a one-off campaign. It takes time for it to gel before it can produce measurable and repeatable results. You have to make it clear to your management that content marketing is not a quick fix for slow sales. Downloadable CAD files and e-catalog solutions are probably two of the most effective sales enablers that I have seen for connecting with engineers. This chart is from the research published by Cadenas Part Solutions. The first pie chart shows when a CAD file is downloaded, it leads to an actual sale 81% of the time. That's not all. Look at the second pie chart. There is a big or a strong multiplier effect. With these kind of numbers, it should be a whole lot easier to prove ROI of industrial marketing. Engineers place the highest trust on content generated by an engineering expert at the vendor company. One engineer to another is a very powerful strategy to reach engineers and build relationships with them. We often hear that engineers make buying decisions strictly based on facts. I'm here to tell you that is a myth. There is a strong emotion that is at play here. It is the fear of failure. By bringing your engineering experts to the forefront, you're providing that valuable assurance to your audience that is already skeptical about the content that a vendor puts out. Engineers expect and respect content that is technically accurate, presented in a logical manner, and claims that are backed by proof of concept. I've highlighted a part of the funnel in yellow and have labeled it Sales Accepted Leads, or SAL. SAL is where you achieve marketing nirvana, i.e. sales and marketing alignment. SAL is what makes sales and marketing come together and ask them to come up with a unified definition of a qualified lead. That's not all. Sales agrees to take follow-up action on all SAL leads. It agrees to provide feedback to marketing so they can refine the lead definitions and the lead scores over time. This is what makes a good closed-loop industrial marketing strategy. Without SAL, you're probably going to have sales and marketing pointing fingers at each other when things don't go right. Sales will continue to blame marketing for generating only crappy leads. So the key point here is use the full potential of industrial content marketing to generate MQLs, nurture them until they become SALs, then hand them off to sales for them to qualify into SQLs and turn them into RFQs and wins.